This is our final episode of This Week in History until the new season begins in the fall. And so we wanted to treat you to one more look at Orcas, Our Shared Future, this time at all the wonderful interactive fun for the family.
So this is an activity where you can see how your actions affect the health of the environment. These little pucks were made in-house, and they've got little tags in them that when you move them to one of the icons on the screen, they'll cause an action or it's something to change.
Kim Gough is a learning program developer at the Royal BC Museum.
And my role was to be an advocate for the audience. So I'm thinking about what is the experience the audience has when they're here. Because now I see an oil can, so maybe that's pollution.
Orcas, Our Shared Future is an exhibition created by museum staff.
The monitor in the middle will tell us how we're affecting climate, how we're affecting the health of the ocean, and how we're affecting animals and biodiversity.
There's the tree. The Learning Department began brainstorming with those exhibition creators about 3 years ago.
Visitors mostly don't want it just a passive experience. They don't just want to walk through. They want to do something. And hopefully there's an opportunity to have some kind of emotional reaction, because those emotions make so much of a difference. They help us remember information.
Sometimes in those brainstorming sessions, Kim would play the role of a visitor who might know nothing about these magnificent mammals.
Maybe there's some information other people take for granted, and I'm like, wait, I don't know that. So I have to be very comfortable with saying, I don't know, I don't understand. So in this game, you're going to hear sound, and then you're going to ask you, is it an orca or not an orca? And instead of touching, you're going to stand on the check mark or the X on the floor. Orca or not orca, B?
That's an orca.
Sorry, kitten.
When the pandemic hit in March 2020, the Learning Department had to change some of the interactives.
And so with COVID, we had to think about how much we're touching and handling things as well. So we had to make some changes, but we've still ended up with a lot of really fun activities. A successful experience to me would be if we've changed visitors' minds in some way or influenced their actions. So if visiting the exhibit or doing an interactive makes them pay more attention the next time they hear a news story about orcas or a new legislation about boating activity, even if they're not a boater, they're noticing these things. If they think about it before they flush something down the drain or taking that extra things to the recycling center, that'll be a terrific success.
Orcas, Our Shared Future is at the museum until January 9th, 2022.
This Week in History, brought to you by the Royal BC Museum, bringing British Columbia's stories together.